Hare Krishna. Our activities may need to be spaced out, but we don't need to be spaced out. The word spaced out can have different meanings. Sometimes if we have to do too many intense activities in quick succession, we can get overwhelmed. So we do one activity which is very intense, say somebody is studying, very intellectually demanding subject. After studying for half an hour, 1 hour, then we need a break. We need to maybe alternate intense activity with a light activity. So if we are to function optimally, then we need to have this kind of spacing out of intellectually demanding activities or emotionally draining activities or physically straining activities, so that there is recuperation. Just as if we do a workout, we may do a workout for some time, but then afterwards we need a break. So again, in the evening we may do a workout, the next day we may do a workout. So like that, our activities need to be spaced out, so that they don't comprise an excessive burden on us. At the same time, we don't need to be spaced out. When we talk about we being spaced out, that means we are referring to our consciousness going out into space, going out here and there, wandering off. So activities being spaced out refers to there being space between various activities. It is important activities, but we being spaced out here refers to another aspect, that is our consciousness zooms off, goes into space. Sometimes people start daydreaming, people start fantasizing. Now of course all spacing out is not pleasant, sometimes it can be unpleasant also. When we get into revenge fantasies, we become resentful, and all this is actually just debilitating and destructive. So when we space out our activities, we regain the strength, we recoup from the exhaustion of our energy that has happened during the intense activities. But when our consciousness itself gets spaced out, then the spacing out doesn't give us back our energy, it actually takes away our energy. Because say if we are sitting and we are sitting in a class, say we are supposed to be hearing something constructive, something valuable, but if at that time we zone out, we space out, we start thinking, why did this person speak like this? Why did this person do like this? How dare? And when that happens, then that thinking angers us, it irritates us, it frustrates us, and after some time when we come out of that, we don't feel rejuvenated, we just feel more exasperated, more frustrated, because that particular situation is still troubling us, or maybe it's troubling us more because we have thought about it, and conversely whatever we were supposed to do, we have not done it well. So again we'll have to come back and think about it and do it. So either way we end up frustrated, and if we are to avoid such frustration, we need to ensure that we don't get spaced out. The Bhagavad Gita talks about spacing out in terms of the mode of ignorance. It says that it describes the characteristic of the mode of ignorance in 14.13, aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha tamasyetani jayante vivruddhe kuru nandana. It says aprakasha, when there is no illumination, there is no clear inner contemplation. Apravrittischa, when there is no tangible outer action either. Pramado moha evacha, when there is simply madness and illusion. This characterizes the tamoguna, tamasya etani jayante, the mode of ignorance. Vivruddhe kuru nandana, it has become prominent, Krishna says. So when this happens, we just become completely unproductive. Not only unproductive, our inner functioning often becomes counterproductive, whereby we hurt ourselves. And now not being spaced out doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be running around constantly. Yes, we don't have to run around. We may sit and be contemplative also. But the point is, we are aware of our consciousness and we are aware of where the consciousness is going. That way, we won't let ourselves get disoriented. We won't let ourselves get misdirected. So, by ensuring that we don't get spaced out, we stay constructively focused, then we will find our mental energy complementing our physical energy. When we space out, then our mind takes us in unwanted directions, and the mind drains away our mental energy, so that we can't function thereafter in whatever we are doing. But when we focus and don't space out, then whatever we are doing, we are able to do more effectively. And the best way to avoid spacing out is to focus on Krishna. When we learn to focus on Him, when we practice Bhakti Yoga and learn to focus on Him, we learn both spiritual absorption and we also learn material regulation. So, by focusing on Krishna, we learn how much is our capacity, and thus we can regulate our actions and avoid having too many intense actions. So, by avoiding spacing out internally, we can actually space out our activities externally in a more balanced and fruitful way. Thank you. Hare Krishna.